I don't know.
Yeah.
What kind of pictures would I get up here that I couldn't get from the ground?
Does it have a? Does that camera have a zoom?
No. Yeah. Yeah, I think it does.
You could zoom in right on us. Look at
Yeah?
you. Zorro, come here, Bubba. Come on, come get in the picture.
Yeah, say hi, Zorro.
He camera shy.
Look at that little dog.
Yeah. Zorro.
Zorro, where's your dad at?
Zorro. Come on, buddy.
Zorro, where's your dad?
No. He's not coming back here because he's looking, he knows you up there.
He doesn't know where his dad's at. Zorro, where's your dad at, Bo?
What's up, buddy? Look at him. That's Papa. Papa's up there. He's looking around. Well, I don't see him. He can't
Where
see
is he?
He can't see right there. He can't see you on the roof.
Okay.
That's why he's barking. Where's
Well,
he at?
the point of this was not to just like stay up here and let the dog bark.
Yeah.
The point of this was to get a good video of the damn garden.
There you go. Do it.
What kind of garden is this? Is it one of them like real
It's a
pretty
vegetable
gardens?
garden.
Huh?
That's a vegetable garden. You
A
gotta
vegetable garden?
growing.
Is it like a real pretty vegetable garden?
Well, you got one fruit tree in the middle.
I got one fruit tree in the middle.
Yeah.
It ain't the type of garden that's like real pretty to look at, but it's the type of garden that's food.
It yields very much.
It yields very much. This is true.
We got collard greens, we got peas, we got beans growing, tomatoes. Man,
That's
it's
true.
going. Enough to help.
That's true. We got a lot of stuff growing. You can eat. Stay alive. Hey, is that what Hank taught us?
Live off the land.
Is that what Hank taught us? Did Hank?
Live off the land, and him taught him to be a businessman.
Hank taught me just how to survive. Hank taught me.
Boy can survive.
Hank taught me to live off the land.
And a country boy can survive.
Got lots of cover crops. It's crimson clover and barley. Some collard greens and some tomatoes. And some corn. Some beans and some squash. Because Hank taught us just how to survive. Because Hank taught me just how to survive. It's a nice ass oak tree. It's a fucking nice ass oak tree. Such a good oak tree. Such a good oak tree. There's a dog. There's a dog. Farm dog. Alright, we gotta get back to work. Playtime is over. Time to get back to work here. Let me chug my beer. Alright, time to get back to work. Time to get back to work. Time to get back to work. Time to get back to work.
Come on, man.
Time to get back to work.
Get off that roof, man.
Time to get back to
Back to
work.
reality.
Time to get off that roof. Time to get back to work. I'm leaving beer cans on the roof. Time to get back to work.
A beer can up there?
I left tons of beer cans up there. It's like
So listen, you frequently do this?
it's like when we pretended.
On the roof all the time?
It's like when we pretended to land on the moon
Okay.
and we left a flag up there.
Okay, monkey.
Danny boy,
Come on, monkey.
Danny boy.
Come on, monkey man.
When we pretended to land on the roof, we put a flag up there, right?
Yeah, on the moon.
On the moon. Do you think we went to the moon?
What did you say?
Did we go to the moon?
Attempted to land on the roof.
When we pretended to go to the moon, we
Back
put a
in
flag on the moon.
1969, they said it was real and they're eggs.
But it was filmed in the Hollywood basement, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers
Okay.
said.
Because nobody's ever been in the moon since.
Right.
So how do you know what's on the moon?
Isn't that ironic? Like, so
Yeah.
the United States
We go further.
we done.
We don't even go to the moon no more. We go to the space station.
So
we don't go to the moon no more.
We done went in the 60s, but
Yeah.
nobody else has ever been since.
Yep.
Not the Chinese, not the Russians, not
Nobody.
the Japanese. Nobody's ever done been since.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
but we went in the 60s, right?
Yeah.
That's the traditional
Neil
narrative.
Armstrong was the first man to walk on the moon.
That's the narrative we push. We went in the 60s, but no one's ever been since we went. Why? Oh, well, the United States already did it. There was nothing else to learn.
And then you had the Russian cosmonauts. They wanted to go. Chinese wanted to go out there. But man,
Israel went last week, except
Yeah.
for they crashed.
well, man, they say man.
So did we go in the
American
60s?
American man was supposed to be in the first man to land on the moon.
Did we go in the 60s
One
or not?
small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Right?
That was the quote. You know,
That was the quote.
I was in school. Well, I probably wasn't even born. After 72, 66, 69, I wasn't even born.
This loquat tree's taller than me. That's right. That's what they taught me too. That's right. Look at these sun chokes. Look at these sun chokes. Oh my God. That's true. That's true. Hey, bud, that's true. No, that's for real. That's right.
How do you know it really happened?
You gotta pay attention.
Hey, that could have been generic shit.
That's true.
A Hollywood movie station.
Right?
I don't know, man.
Nah, you do know.
I believe in aliens though, because I do believe there's other beings out
Oh.
there in another universe
Of course there are.
but they're trying to get to us and we can't
Right.
get to them because they're so far away.
So far away. That's exactly the
I
explanation
believe
to
there's
that.
another Earth somewhere
is
that's
it.
supporting life like us.
That is exactly the
You know what I'm
correct
saying?
explanation to that. So are you familiar with what they call the Fermi paradox?
Yeah. I believe there's another planet like this that is supporting life just like us.
There's millions of other
Way
planets
out
like
there.
this. There are millions. There are millions of other planets like Earth
You can't
that
get
might be
there.
supporting life.
You can't
like
get
Earth.
there because there's so many
They are
light
so
years-
far separated
light
in
years
both
away.
space and time.
light years away.
Light years away.
Yeah.
So there's a famous astronomer last
We have
name,
our what is our called the Milky Way? Is
the
our
Milky Way
right?
galaxy, right?
I believe there's more out there.
Oh, there's much more out there.
Galaxies.
There's much more out there.
The
So
sun surrounds our galaxy.
that's right.
But I know there's
That's
more
right.
out there.
So
I
if you-
know there's got to be.
If you think about the Fermi paradox,
Yeah.
there was a famous astronomer. His last
See,
name
I
was.
like to talk with you because
That's
you
right.
one of the, like I just told you, one of the smartest people I ever met, Bubba.
You're one of the smartest people I've met. You're a fucking.
well, I got
you're
a
one of my
little
best
bit.
friends. You're one of my
I
best
got
friends.
a little knowledge, but
You
I
got
don't-
you got
I
plenty of
don't have
knowledge.
3 degrees.
You got
I
enough.
didn't go to college.
You got enough knowledge to be dangerous.
Yeah.
So the Fermi paradox, the astronomer, his last name was Fermi, Italian astronomer. He said, you know, why don't we see more intelligent life forms in the universe?
Yeah.
If what he said is, he said, you know, we have observed that there are billions of stars.
Yeah.
And billions of stars are contained within billions of galaxies.
Yeah.
And so if there are billions of galaxies and billions of stars,
There's more Earth.
why
out there.
don't we see more intelligent life?
There's got to be more Earth.
There's got to be
just
more
like us.
Earth-like planets out there.
Yeah.
And so, like, Fermi, he asked the question. He said, well, given the gigantic amount of space that exists,
Yeah.
if you consider the infinite, you know, temporal
But it
space,
is infinite.
there's so much space. He said, if you think about all the space that's out there, why don't we see more intelligent life?
Because it's so far away.
Because it's so far away. That's the
Yeah.
fucking answer.
Yeah.
You just like came to that,
But
right?
how do you get there?
You just came to that.
How do you get that far? You gotta have the technology and the.
But dude,
Because once you burn up all your fuel, you just out there floating.
you out there floating.
How do you get back?
But you know what's interesting about that? You just
No.
came to that conclusion very immediately.
Yeah.
Very immediately, you came to the conclusion that the reason we don't see other life
there's
forms
no gravity
is
up
because
there.
they're
You
so
just-
far away.
You just float in infinity.
But-
you can't get back. You can't get back.
Where's my beer?
You know.
Where's my
This
fucking
is
beer?
what it is.
Where's my beer?
All the engines they run out of fuel. They
Why is
can't
my-
get you back?
Did I leave my beer on the roof? I left my beer on the roof. I left my beer on the roof, Danny. I left my beer on the roof. Why is the beer always gone? Oh my God, there's one beer. No, it's not a good beer. I don't even know if I want it. Why is the beer always gone? So Danny, I can't find a beer. I need to go find a beer. But the Fermi paradox, there are two solutions to it, and you came up with the first one very immediately. You know, the first answer to the Fermi paradox, why do we not see other intelligent life forms? The reason is because they are so far separated from us in both space and time.
Light years and light years, man, away. You just can't get there.
There are billions of planets contained within billions of solar systems, contained within billions of galaxies. And so there are undoubtedly, inevitably, other intelligent life forms in the universe. However, those life forms are so far distant from us in both space, light years, distance, and time that we will never encounter them.
This could be funny to you. On another planet, that dog might have, instead of 4 legs, he might have 6 legs.
He might have 6 legs, or he might have 2.
You know?
Or he might have 8.
Or 2 heads.
Or he might have 2 heads.
You don't know what's going on out there.
That's right. I got to go find a beer in my car because I'm all out of beer. Danny, I left my beer on the roof. Do I need to go back up on the roof to get my beer? I might need to go back on the roof to get my beer. I think I done left my beer on the roof. But I might have some stone IPA right here that's semi-cold or slightly warm. Might be slightly cold, semi-cold, semi-warm. Look at this flashlight that's on. The Stone IPA is semi-cold, semi-warm. The Stone IPA is semi-cold, but it's also semi-warm. But I done left my...
If you fall off that roof, you're fired before you hit the ground.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's the roofer's code.
But I think I already made it up to the roof, didn't I?
No.
Didn't I get on the roof?
Saying, if you fall off, you're fired.
I kind of thought I got on the roof a minute ago. I think I got on the roof a few minutes ago.
That's what that roof meant. That's what that roofer told me.
I think I jumped on the trash can.
You got no business being up there. If you fall off it, you're fired before you hit the ground.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's the roofer's code.
Roofer's code?
Yes, sir. You got no business being up there. Don't be up there.
Zora knows all about being a roofer. Well, I think I followed the roofer's code today. I got on the roof.
Yeah.
I took the pictures I done needed to take.
You came back down.
I came back down. Am I in one piece?
Yeah.
Was I on the roof 30 minutes ago?
You did.
Yes, I was on the roof 30 minutes ago. Am I on the ground right now in one piece? Well, how many done beers I had before I got on the roof?
I have no idea.
13, 14, 15, 16?
I don't
Something
know
like
how
that.
many you had before I showed up here. Were you and Malcolm?
10, 11, 12,
That's the longest 5 minutes of Malcolm's life.
13?
You know he wasn't coming back.
He really wasn't coming back. He said, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I said, you really coming back, Bo?
No, you didn't see him, did you?
He ain't coming back.
I ain't seen him in an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours now.
That's right.
I don't know. He's not a big drinker, though.
Nope.
Malcolm has always never been that way.
That's okay. That's okay. You don't get a drink to be cool?
Now, me, on the other hand, you know I hang with you.
Yeah, man.
I got no problem with that.
I mean, you're one of the few people who can keep up.
They say I got a drinking problem. I got no problem at all.
Drinking problem.
What the hell does that mean?
They call it a problem. I call it a solution.
I don't hear alcohol being abused.
Complaining?
Yeah. They won't call it alcohol abuse. I don't hear alcohol complaining.
If I recall,
So
I remember.
how am I abusing it?
I remember a police report that was filed last week by alcohol.
I'm the one that's getting fucked up and hurt from it.
And-
Alcohol is not a complaining.
And in the police report that I read, alcohol was complaining that Danny was abusing it. Alcohol said, Danny doesn't give me enough attention.
People would be like, what the hell is wrong with him? You actually talking to your alcohol? Say, hey, quit using me.
Quit using me, Bo.
I'm tired of being abused. I got all this on. Yeah, well, I bet you going in my belly. Trust me, that's how I'm abusing you. You going in my belly.